everyone, and welcome back to Yemides Kitchen YouTube channel, your go-to channel for Afro-Caribbean recipes, meal preps, plating and kitchen organization tips and tricks, as well as food business advice and ideas. If this is your first time joining us here at Yemides Kitchen, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we really hope that our videos are useful to you and you learn something new. And of course, to our subscribers, thank you so much for watching our videos. Thank you so much for all your comments and your suggestions, and of course you just being absolutely amazing. So today on our channel we are going to be making a traditional Nigerian soup called Egusi Soup. So essentially Egusi Soup is made out of grounded melon seeds with all types of assorted meat and fish that you can imagine, as well as many different Nigerian spices and herbs all in one pot. So I'm just gonna jump in and show you exactly how we do it.
So I've got my medium pot set to medium heat, and then I'm just gonna add in a few tablespoons of palm oil. That would be 3 tablespoons if we're being exact. You can also use vegetable oil or sunflower oil to make it, but I always prefer palm oil as it has a beautiful taste that it gives to the soup. And next I'm gonna add in 1 chopped onion, so I'm using a whole medium-sized onion. I'm just gonna add it into my palm oil. Next I'm gonna add in 1 chopped Scotch Bonnet, so I'm using a whole one this time because this bonnet isn't really as pepperish as the usual ones I buy. So I'm going to increase the heat from medium to high just so that the onions are sauteed quicker with the peppers. Next I'm gonna add in 1 to 2 teaspoons of crayfish. So you can add in the whole crayfish if you want, but I've already grounded mine because I kind of don't like to see crayfish inside my soup. And then I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of iru. Now iru is locust beans, and I don't know how else to explain it. They don't smell great as on its own, but when added into a lot of Nigerian soups, they absolutely are divine. I'm going to give that a quick stir and allow it to fry properly. I had already blended my peppers, so it's 1 bell pepper, 1 sweet pepper, which is the long pointy one, and then 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. You can also blend in your onions with this, but I like to see my onions when I'm eating my soup, that's why I cut them in. And then I'm just going to give it a quick stir and allow that to fry for about 10 to 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, your pepper sauce is already fried, which is good. So just give it a stir just to make sure that nothing is burning. And then I'm going to sprinkle some salt in it. So a pinch to about half a teaspoon is fine, depending on how much you like your salt. And I'm gonna add in 2 Knor cubes, or you can add in Maggi cubes, that's absolutely fine as well. I just prefer Knor. And then you just need to stir it all up, make sure everything mixes properly. Next, I'm gonna add in my meat. So I'm not gonna be using any fish because I don't eat fish personally, but at this point you can add in stockfish or any type of fish you like. I'm adding in some pomo, some smoked turkey, some beef, some shaki, and all of the other stuff because I already have cooked meat in my house already. And then you give it a quick stir. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of water just so I can actually mix all of the meats together. Usually people add in any meat stock. So when you're using meat stock at this point, I would say don't put any salt or don't add any type of seasoning before until after you've tasted it with the meat stock, and then you can compensate for anything that is less. But at this point, everything is fine for me, and I'm ready to add in some chili flakes just because I wanted it a little bit more spicy. So just gonna stir that in very quickly. And now I'm gonna add in 1/4 cup of the grounded melon seed, which is the egusi itself. And then I'm gonna give it a proper stir, so mix every single thing in properly. And then add in 1 cup of water, but I'm gonna add them in parts as I stir it around. So instead of adding water, you can also add in your meat stock. So remember what I said, if you're adding meat stock, wait till you've added all of the meat stock at the end, and then check for some spices. If they're not enough, then you can add some more because you don't want it to be salty. I'm also gonna add in some local herbs. So I'm using scent leaf and a bit of dried bitter leaf as well. But of course, you can always use fresh ones. I usually put some spinach in sometimes. So you could just add spinach alone, or you can add bitter leaf or scent leaf, or both, depending on however you like it. So I'm just going to give that a spin and allow it to cook for another 10 to 12 minutes. You can see how the egusi is bubbling. I'm adding in some fresh spinach as well because I like to see green in my soup, and also it just makes it look nice and it does taste nice as well. This is absolutely optional, as you've already added in some leaves, so you don't technically need to, but I just like to. So I'm just going to stir that up again properly and leave it to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes, but make sure that you're constantly stirring it and checking on it just so it doesn't burn. You will know that your egusi is ready when you start to see the palm oil rest on the surface of the soup. So when that happens, just mix it all around, taste it, and make sure that you're good and you're okay with it, and your egusi is basically done. Look at that, guys. Doesn't it look pretty? And there you go, you've got your egusi all ready, and you can serve with whatever swallow that you like.
Thank you so much, guys, for cooking with me, and I hope you enjoyed that recipe, and I really hope that you try it out because it is absolutely delish. Now, if you've watched the end of this video and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you're alerted whenever there's a new video out. And of course, you know, every time I want you guys to stay safe, eat well, and I'll see you guys in a bit.